Hello and welcome to another Skaredcast tournament and review. My voice is completely destroyed, but I need to get this video out to you. I'm going to take a 2,000 point Drukhari army to a GT with 0 Ravagers. Let's begin. So if you've ever seen me do one of these reports, I go over the list, we go to the tournament, we play some games, and I teach you about what happens when you play Dark Eldar. Of course, I'm no voice sick, which is kind of like true for this entire video, so stay tuned and let's go about what I learnt taking the Dark Eldar to a GT. Can I win? Can I not? What's gonna happen? And here we have 2,000 points of Drukhari, which I'm very excited to see what it does. So I decided to go with only one character, the Beast Pack Master. It's 100 points, essentially, for 20 toughness 4 wounds with a scout move. Now, it does give up Assassinate, but that's something that I'm going to be kind of like living with, I think. Then, as battle line, 2 units of 5 Racks. 3 units of 10 Kabalites. They're probably the core of the list itself. 1 Kronos, although I'm debating taking 2, but 1 for now. Then we've got the 3 units of 5 Mandrakes, 3 units of 5 Scourge with Lances, 3 Venoms to split all the Kabalites, and a Raider, essentially putting Dark Lance Blaster from 2 squads in the Raider for making it a mini Ravager, and then putting all the Splinter Cannons into the Venoms for some anti-tank guns. And then there's 5 guys that are just on foot with no upgrades that I bring in from Strategic Reserve. And then, instead of Ravagers and a plane, I decided to go for 6 Talos. Now, the aim of that is to give me some mid-board control and some close combat presence, as well as adding Haywire into the list. The other option you could do, of course, is take Haywire in one of the units of a Scourge instead and still take Ravagers. However, I need the close combat, I think, based on what we're seeing in the meta right now. So let's go to the event, see how my list does, and we'll come back to the studio and we'll take a look at what I have learnt over the weekend.
And here we are at the X-Planet GT, round number 1. I get to play against basically full Harlequins with a couple of Eldar units. That's really cool. This army is gorgeously painted, by the way. It is Taken Hold, Hammer and Anvil. My opponent went first, and I deployed something like this with my very experimental Talos list. So wish me luck. There's a lot of people here playing. It's going to be a great, fun time down here at X-Planet. Looking forward to it. Wish me luck. End of the game. It was a very hard-hitting game. Turn 1, I did a lot of damage. I killed Hornet, 2 Warwalkers, the Farseer, the jet bikes, and basically 1 whole squad of bikes, essentially, which really took the wind out, Void Weaver, which took the wind out of the sails of the Harlequins and Eldar. So I was able to win that game with my Talos basically doing a whole 360 around the board to get to the home objective over here. At the end, there was a Death Jester and a Star Weaver just trying to hold on to take points. So with that, first game, victory. Loving the Talos. They're a lot harder to kill than I thought. They survive longer, and Haywire was amazing in this game. Okay, so on to round number 2. Sorry, my voice is really hoarse today. Okay, so round number 2, I'm playing against Claudio from Northern Knights Gaming. He's playing Eldar. He's got double Avatar, big Wraith Guard break, lots of Swooping Hawks, lots of War Spiders. Basically what you would expect from Eldar. So we're playing priority targets, sweep and clear, and table quarters. Anyway, I'm really interested on how this is going to go because it's going to be interesting. He put a lot of stuff in reserve, which means I have to play pretty cagey and making sure that I don't just give stuff away. So let's see what happens. Okay, end of the game. So I went first. That was really good for me. And because he put 900 points of his army in reserve, all the Swooping Hawks and all of the Warp Spiders and the Avatar came, I was able to really get board presence and pressure and end up being a slaughter. At the end of the game, just the Autarch and the Avatar were left alive and all the other Eldar were dead. And I was essentially screening out the entire board all game. Can't wait to tell you, these Talos have been fantastic. I'm loving them. I'm loving the little units of Venoms. Okay, so that's 2 Eldari that I've played back to back. Ooh. Okay, let's So maybe I'll get a third one. Who knows? On to round number 3. And here we are for round number 3, and I get to play Cody and his Votan. That's right, 6 Sagitors, a bunch of Thunderkin, big brick of Terminators, and a Call, and a bunch of little units inside and bikes. Probably one of the top armies right now. I'm really, really excited to play against it, to test it out. This will be a good one. We're playing with supply drop, so one of these 3 objectives will stay until the end. The other 2 will disappear. And we are playing with minefields, and of course it's Crucible of Battle. So wish me luck. Yeah, let's go into it. Round number 3, last game of the day, and then, oh, there you are. Cody's so excited. He's like, hey.
First game.
First game, let's go. We've never played each other before, so it's gonna be a good one. Oh my God, it's over.
No!
I did it. I gambited successfully. I did a gambit. Gambit time.
Literally the timer, nothing left, just gambit it.
Just gambit. Just rolled it. No, it's amazing. So I had each corner, and it was a 14-point game, and I got 30 on the gambit. Yeah. First time. I have no voice.
First time playing, that was great,
Okay,
Skari.
back tomorrow. Round number 4. I'm playing against Frank and his
Templars.
That's right. It's Scorched Earth. We did a gentleman's agreement to set the objectives as per the mission, because it was actually chosen battlefield, and we thought that would be silly. However, I've killed Hellbreak and a whole squad of Crusaders. I've killed a Dreadnought, so I'm in a good position right now for the game. He took fixed objectives to my secondary, so he's gonna cleanse and bring it down, which is not a bad one against me. However, I am burning this objective. It's going to go away. So then he has to do it here and there, which is going to be interesting. Okay, so with that, let's dive into the game. Wish me luck. Round number 4. Okay, end of round number 4. And I did end up winning against the Black Templars. Now, there's a big blob of Terminators and stuff, which does mean, as you can see, I was hiding in a corner most of the game. I also burnt this objective to make sure that I had control over here. Going first helped because I was able to isolate and kill Hellbreak's squad that was in that corner. As you can see, I was pretty much all over the board, and the Black Templars were very much concentrated in the middle, so I just played the edges during this game and put move block and just send little sacrificial units up there to essentially delay them as much as possible, while my Dark Lances did the most amount of damage against the Dreadnoughts. And then because he took Bring It Down, I literally hit all my tanks. I hit all my Talos, and I didn't even use them. I just they maybe shot one thing all game, and then they hit in a corner. Okay, so with that, it's 4-0. Let's go into the last round. I think I get to play against Adeptus Mechanicus, which is crazy. Okay, round number 5. I'm playing against Knights. I went first on Purge the Foe, Dawn of War deployment. So decent amount of terrain. The terrain got reshuffled for the Dawn of War. I'm just using all the terrain to my advantage. I killed one knight and damaged 2 little ones. He's playing tactical, I'm playing fixed. So it's going to be a good game. I'm playing Chris, who goes way back. Since I was in university, we've known each other. And so it's been 12 years since before my kid was born. So at least 12 to 14 years since we played a game, which is awesome. So I'm really looking forward to it. Last round of the event. Wish me luck. And there you have it, round number 5. I ended up beating the Knights. I just want to say one thing. Haywire Talos against Knights are amazing. So good. They did so many wounds. They literally killed pretty much the entire army by themselves. The Dark Lances did some damage, but really the Haywire did the mountain of work. It was awesome. Okay, so let's go back to the studio. We'll look at the army. I'll go over what worked, what didn't work, and if I would like to change anything for next time. But there you have it. 5-0. Awesome. The Darkin indeed. And here we are back from the studio. I won the event. 5-0. Awesome. Had a great time. I cannot believe I won my 3rd round off of a gambit of all things. But huge shout out to all my opponents. It was a really fun weekend. Had a ton of fun. And I learnt a lot. Number 1, the Talos and the Haywire, incredible into this meta. Scourge, just such a good unit. The Beastpack Master was incredible as well. Mandrake, score you all the points. Chronos, good. The whole list just did great. So, what did I learn and what am I going to change for next time? So there are a couple of changes that I'm considering. Number 1, I'm going to take this raid route to make it less likely for someone to gain big game hunter or kill, bring it down points for fixed on me. Now that does mean that like 3 squads of Cowblights will be on foot, but I don't think that's an issue. I could put like Dark Lance squads in the backfield, like in terrain, and kind of threaten firing lanes with the Dark Lance here and there, / zone out the board a little better, or put more stuff into strategic reserve. Now that gives me enough points essentially to add Urien Rakarth into the list. Now I'm thinking Urien because he can heal the Talos. He's also very tough on his own. And then what happens is that he can come back to life on a 2+. It also means that for Assassinate, I can make Urien the Warlord instead of my Beastmaster. So the Beastmaster can go forward and die, and then Urien can stay back. So if they do get Assassinate, once the Beastmaster is dead, they have to kill Urien, which is not that easy to gain those 5 points on Assassinate. Now, that does mean that there's a 10-point difference between the Raider and Urien. So what I'm going to do is this unit of Rax is going to go away. And I'm adding 3 Reaver jet bikes with a heat lance and cluster caltrops to give me another screening unit and something that's a lot faster. Now, the other option is to drop the Raider and the Rax and essentially put in like another Venom and then maybe something else. But we'll see what happens with that. I think that's what I'm going to do with my change. And I'm going to be testing that at the next event I'm going to in 2 weeks, which is an 8-person team event. And I'm essentially going to be running the list with Urien and the jet bikes. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see what happens afterwards.
Well, once again, sorry for my voice, but I hope you enjoyed the tournament in review. There is hope. You just have to be able to play your games and stay confident, and they're not easy. Like I won my 3rd game against Votan off a Gambit, but it's about recognizing those moments and then sort of like seizing on the moment when you see it in game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Huge shout out to the channel Patreons, without whom none of this is possible. Best way to support me is on Patreon. The link is in the description. You can also like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's completely free, and it really helps the channel a lot get noticed. So I really appreciate all of you. The Dark Kin. And now I'm going back to the homunculus office to get this checked out.